Good morning, KOTA territory. I'm Jack Seabold. I'm here with Madison Newman for another one of our little segments we call Beyond the Soundbite, where we actually do a little bit more than what we had on air. And you had a very tough story to do this week, and that is talking to the mother of a teenager who was killed in a hit-and-run crash last October. Uh, on social, they right before the person, Jordan Hare, was to go on trial, all of a sudden there was a plea deal. What was that?
So, Jack, the plea deal ended up being that Jordan Hare's charges of a hit and run causing an injury, which is a Class 6 felony, was going to end up being dropped, and he was now going to get charged with obstructing a public officer, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor, which is only, like, if he gets sentenced with that, it's only punishable by up to a year in prison.
Yeah. Now that's one of the things on social media. People were, rightly confused, angry, frustrated, because to have someone hit, and then the person who hit Nevaeh Brave Heart drove away. Drove away. They found the vehicle. The vehicle had been cleaned, and things had been changed on it. So the person who hit her tried to avoid justice. And that's frustrating, but sometimes courts can't, the prosecution can't actually nail it down. Is that correct?
That is correct. Sometimes, evidence goes missing, or witnesses decide that they don't want to testify, things like that, where things might just not work out in the way that they think it should.
Yeah. Well, in this case, the prosecution did say that as they did review the evidence, included the witness statements and updated forensics. Now that was something that's a little bit key there. You you can tell what vehicle it was for sure. Nobody could actually pinpoint that it was Jordan Hare driving it, could they?
No, and they also couldn't pinpoint if he was under the influence or anything at that moment.
And without those, it makes it very rough. I mean, there are cases like this, and unfortunately, Nevaeh doesn't get justice. And you talked with her mother, Heather Bettelyoun, quite extensively yesterday. Let's hear what Nevaeh's mother has to say. Okay.
Why don't we start at the beginning? Tell me a little bit about Nevaeh and what she was like growing up.
She was really like bashful and shy, but she was really outgoing into sports and did everything. She was a fun little energetic girl. It's hard, and it's still kind of hard because I still like feel like she's around, but when reality hits, she's gone. It's very hard. It's kind of hard to even go on without her. Well, we drove up to the accident, so I got to see her and be with her before she passed. But it was just hard not trying to like save her, because I couldn't. There's nothing I could do but sit there and wait. It's traumatizing. I don't know. I don't feel like it's fair, enough, like, from what he did to my daughter, and there's like no kind of justice, like she doesn't matter in this situation, and it should be about her because she's no longer here. I feel there's no justice here for her. Like, she don't mean nothing to nobody.
And the state's attorneys made all these promises to you, saying that they were going to go after him. They dropped this down to a misdemeanor. How does that feel?
That really hurt me. Kind of was in shock for a while there. Like, how can, after everything we've been through, how could you just, like, drop everything? And, like, there's no meaning to her life or to us, Felt like they just kind of pushed us aside, like we were nothing, like she was a human being, like her life didn't matter to anybody. Kind of hurt it a lot. lying and feeling like something was positive was going to come out of this, but it just went all downhill.
What's kind of the next step for you in this process?
Trying to be strong for my children and family right now, but at the same time, I wish I could do more to try to get justice done for her, you know, because she's no longer here. She can't tell her story or think, you know, and kind of hurts me a lot because that was like her last thing she said to Case, and I was like, it's weird that truck still was sitting there, like, and little did she know her life was gonna end, you know. It's sad.
Okay, that was Heather Bettelyoun, Nevaeh's mother. Addie, when you talk with her, did she have an idea of what she can do now, if anything?
The main thing that she wants to do right now, and the only thing that she knows to do right now, is just to kind of keep Nevaeh's spirit alive, talk about her, get her side of the story out there, and just try to make sure that everybody knows and doesn't forget about her and what happened to her.
Yeah. How is the family coping?
She said, Bettelyoun said it was hard. It was actually really hard for me in this interview. I started choking up. She said that her and her daughters are traumatized, and the rest of the family is having a really hard time experiencing going through all this, especially after the fact.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for that story. We appreciate it, and we appreciate Nevaeh's mother sharing with us. And that's it for now. We will see you on another Beyond the Soundbite.